All right, welcome back to InsideFlix. We're going to be doing our weekly box office report. Rich, tell us quickly, what made the top 5 this past weekend?
Jordan Peele's Nope came in number 1 with $44 million. Coming in number 2 is Thor Love and Thunder with $22.1 million. Coming in number 3 is Minions The Rise of Groot with $17.7 million. Number 4 is Where the Crawdads Sing with $10.3 million. And number 5 was Top Gun Maverick with $10 million.
Nope was number 1. You know, we kind of expected this, but I didn't really expect that number.
I really overshot. I thought I was going to go to 100.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be double. I was really expecting this to outgross Us, just because I thought the Jordan Peele had really been gaining, steam as like a filmmaker that people want to see, kind of like Christopher Nolan. Whenever Christopher Nolan comes out with a new movie, everyone goes to see it. And I thought kind of Jordan Peele was in that territory, but I don't know. I just keep thinking to myself, like, it had to have been one of two things. Either the marketing for Nope just wasn't strong and didn't hit people the way the marketing, for Us and Get Out hit them. Or, I mean, I personally didn't really like Us. Maybe, and I know a lot of people that didn't like Us. Maybe just people were kind of disappointed by it and didn't want to give Jordan Peele another shot.
This was really surprising to me. I thought it would at least do 75 because this is the summer. This is supposedly the summer. I mean...
Well, it was number 1. It did make $44 million. To us, we were expecting a lot more.
Yeah.
Because we thought that the movie was going to become one of these blockbusters. Because what else is there in the box office this summer? Nothing really. I mean, so we were pinning all our hopes on Nope being like a breakout.
It's just Bullet Train.
Bullet Train, coming up in a couple of weeks. And I don't know if Bullet Train is going to be a huge blockbuster. So this has kind of been a poor summer.
Very poor, man. I mean, like, the winner of the summer is Minions and Top Gun.
Yeah, it's very, and, look at, like, say, a Thor Love and Thunder. If that didn't drop as much as it did in the last 2 weeks, it could have easily been number 1 and beat Nope. But maybe people are just tired of going to the movies.
Like, I used to think that people like going to the movies in summer because it's like air conditioned inside the theater, but I don't know. Maybe people just rather stay at home.
Maybe they would have loved that idea if it wasn't for all these kids going to the Minions and ruining their experiences by applauding and dancing around and stuff. No, I know, but I think maybe tickets are a little too high nowadays, and you have to make some cuts. And I think we're finally feeling the current inflation that's going on right now.
That's a good point, man. I mean, the cost of a movie ticket is like the cost of a month of a streaming service.
Maybe this is just like kind of a peek into
our failing economy.
Yes, maybe this is a peek into the effects of streaming now that streaming has become more popular than ever. And you know what? Let's just face it, some of the TV shows have been better than movies, and I think they're more part of the social consciousness now than, say, Thor: Love and Thunder. Anyway, this is a box office report.
Let's go back to Thor: Love and Thunder. It almost made $600 million worldwide. It made a total of $276 million domestic wise, internationally $322, and worldwide just over $598 million.
Yeah, at this point, it's definitely not going to reach Thor Ragnarok. Like, it's definitely going to pass Thor: The Dark World, but by how much? Thor: The Dark World made about $650 million. I see Thor: Love and Thunder kind of, I guess, making it to 700, but it's already dropping fast. I wouldn't be surprised if Minions is in front of it next week.
Yeah, I'm still surprised about Thor, how fast it's dropping, and it really seems like people are just rejecting this movie, although it's making tons of money.
It's more curiosity money.
I think there's a lot of fans who are just kind of totally rejecting the comedy or the unseriousness of these superhero movies.
Also, the direction that the movie goes in.
But even those who somewhat like the film, I don't think they're going back to go see it. I think they're just going to wait.
It's a very mid-MCU movie.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the other top 10 movies, Rich.
Coming in number 6 was Elvis. Number 7 was Paws of Fury, The Legends of Hank. And number 8 was The Black Phone. And number 9 was Jurassic World Dominion. And number 10 was Miss Harris Goes to Paris.
All right, let's talk about what movies are coming out this Friday.
The only big movie coming out this week is DC League of Super Pets. Other than that, it's a small film called Vengeance, and Everything Everywhere All at Once is being re-released with, I'd say, probably like 8 minutes of new footage.
Oh, yeah, it says 8 minutes of outtakes.
Yeah.
And a new introduction with the filmmakers.
Another movie that's coming out this week in limited release is 13 Lives, which is the Ron Howard film about the real story about those kids who were trapped in a cave in Thailand.
I really hope this is good. I mean, this looks like it's an Oscar caliber type film, and if it is, I'm really surprised that it's coming out so early in the year.
So it's coming out in select theaters, and it's going to be released on Amazon Prime later in August, August 5th, I believe. So it's something to look forward to. Let's go into predictions. DC Leagues of Super Pets really doesn't have many competition here. It's most likely going to be number one, right?
Yeah, I would
don't
think
know.
so. But it's going to be one of those kids' films that you're just not sure of.
DC League of Super Pets, I originally thought was going to be a massively successful movie. But looking at the numbers online, Secret Life of Pets, the first one, made a huge, a buttload of money. It made $875 million worldwide. But Secret Life of Pets 2 made half of that. It made 430 worldwide with a 46 million opening weekend, which is half of what the first one made. And then you got to look at the Lego Batman movie, which is a DC animated film, which made about 50 million domestic opening. I've got to say, I think DC League of Super Pets is going to make 25 million opening weekend.
And that's
I
number
think it's going
one?
to make 25 million. And I think there's a chance Nope might come in at number one. It's going to be a tight race.
It's going to be interesting because if Nope is able to pull off a second week, that means
That means it has like a small drop, like a 40% drop or something like that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. But then again, you never discount animated films. They have done pretty well, despite Paws of Fury. They have done very well this summer.
The League of Super Pets, while it is, DC and all that, it's very shameless. Like
Yeah.
during Comic-Con, Warner Brothers released a trailer for one of their upcoming animated shows, and it's called Bat Wheels, about Batman's Batmobile. And I'm like, what a lazy, unimaginative ripoff show. Like, how can they release something like that? And that's kind of what DC League of Super Pets is in many ways. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
It's definitely a cash grab. It's definitely a vehicle for a lot of these big celebrities to just lend their voices so they could please their kids. But we're talking about box office, and usually box office numbers don't necessarily mean the movies are good. DC Leagues of Super Pets, normally I would say it was going to be a huge hit. Yes, I just feel like this summer has been just dying off, and that makes me feel like the number is not going to be that high. But then again, we don't have a really great record when we're predicting this stuff.
Okay, just answer this. Do you think League of Super Pets is going to come lower than Lego Batman with 53 million? Definitely, right?
I could see it making 50 million or
Really?
or over.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
All right, so that was our thoughts on the box office. We'll come back next week to see the results of DC League of Super Pets. We'll come back next week with some more bad predictions because that seems to be the only thing we could predict. So thank you for watching InsideFlix. All right, bye-bye.